can see all the faces. And I don't fall asleep because last night was long for me. But thank you for inviting me, and thank you to appreciate Kefir also. And many people are getting it now from you. No, it's for me it was a wonderful discovery, the Kefir and Kombucha, because it actually changed my life in the sense that today, if is it okay? I just go direct to the point?
Yes.
No.
Finally.
I was a bit late, but you guys are here. No, it changed in the sense that, you know, today probably we consume too much sugar. Yeah.
No.
Let's get some more. So, you know,
Let's get some more cake.
I'm the number. No, let me finish talking first. It's not easy to even avoid it. You know, ketchup has sugar. You know, rice is sugar. Potatoes, pasta. You know, and it's all good. Huh?
Hello. A bit late.
Welcome. We talk about Kefir and Kombucha. The miracle just begun. So why was a big change? Because the Kefir. So maybe you guys don't know what is it first. Let me tell you. Kefir is a combination of around 40 bacteria and 10 types of yeast. And kombucha, it sounds not so big. It's three bacteria and two types of yeast, but it's quite strong on its own, just kombucha. And the main food of this bacteria is sugar. So it's quite nice because looking at the statistics, the number one imbalance in humans today is too much sugar, is heart disease, heart attack, etc. You know, clog the blood vessels, and all of this, and it starts with bad digestion actually. So it's funny because we on one side we try to handle this, so we try to do diet and this and that. Well, these guys can settle it all in one shot. It's done. Because once they start to live inside you, even if you don't eat the cakes, during the night time, they are still inside your intestines, stomach, and any blood supply that is going around there, the bacteria will be eating the sugar. So, and the results are quite fast. So I read about it, and after this I had a few of my clients who came, and so I have a few diabetics, for example, and so one had total cholesterol 9.6, you know, high, and in 1 month's time, so she drank a bit of kefir, more of kombucha, and in 1 month's time she was a 6.6. So, you know, from 9.6 to 6.6 in 30 days. Me, last time I had high cholesterol from what they told me, the doctors, and they told me don't come back in 1 month's time, come back in 6 months or 1 year. We don't expect cholesterol to go down so fast. But with these guys, it's amazing. It's in 30 days you can find a new balance. So, and then I have no problem now to put some sugar in my coffee or stuff like that, because I know these guys will just eat it, you know. And you can also make one experiment. Let's say you got 1 bottle of kefir, and you just don't finish it, and you put a little bit of it outside for a few hours, maybe 4, 5, 6 hours, and you will see it will not be sweet anymore. The guys will finish all the sugar inside. Yeah, thank you.
The guys.
Oh, let's have some fun now. Thank you. Thank you, Monica. I don't know. So you can make your own experiment as well. If somebody is lucky enough to have high cholesterol or sugar, so you make your test. You go for 30 days and test again and see what happens. You know. So it's a nice thing. Yeah? It's a nice thing. It's not only nice because I sell it, but I mean, make your own experiment it's nice. And then the digestive will change as well. Like for example, maybe sometime we eat and we feel still a bit bloated, a bit full. With kefir is maybe before, after 2 hours, I still burp. I can still feel what I have been eating 2 hours ago. With kefir, after half an hour, I'm hungry. You know, it's very fast. I'm digesting food. Don't ask me how I know it, but it's 6 hours. Even with meat, even if I eat some meat, in 6 hours I'm done. Nobody asked me how I know it. Okay. You can guess. You know, some experimentation. What else to tell? It's good for the skin as well. You can use it on the skin because it's bacteria. It's bacteria that is not toxic to us.
Question.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
That means the more I drink, the more I eat.
The more you drink, the more you eat. Why not? Why not? It's up to you.
After like half an hour, I feel hungry again. After hungry, then
No, it's not what I mean. Is okay. Me, I'm hungry because maybe I exercise a bit or something. But in general, you will not be feeling too full in the stomach area. You know, it doesn't stay there. So it's
digested.
It's digest. You go. It's not. I mean, I have been throughout my life at some points where I had some stomach problem or digestive not so good. So I remember how it is.
So what is it good for Yuri except for high sugar and high cholesterol? What else?
Well, is you gonna? For me, I think we are supposed to have these bacteria inside. It's supposed to
the
be
gut,
there.
right? That's
Yeah.
the immune system, actually.
It's supposed to be
Yeah.
there. It's protecting you against the infections.
Viruses and bacteria.
Yeah, for example, kombucha. If you have a stomach problem, can settle you in between 1 hour to 12 hours. 1 hour to so means you're having diarrhea, gases. Oh, you start drinking kombucha. 1 hour later, oh, I'm done. And the 12 hours, you wake up in the morning, no more diarrhea, no more vomiting, is gone. Oh, it's so fast.
So what is the difference between kefir and kombucha?
Yeah, so kombucha has hello, Kami.
Hi.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. Cake or kombucha? Which one?
Kombucha has 2-3 different bacteria and yeasts, but the most important is the process of fermentation is not the same. For kefir, fermentation goes for 24 or 48 hours maximum, while kombucha goes for 15 days. And it's also called the tea mushroom. It's based on the, so mine is done half with green tea, half with black tea, sugar inside, 15 days fermentation, and then you get the kombucha. But I have no idea why, personally, and with experimentation with many people who have tried kombucha, lowers down the sugar much faster than kefir, kills the bad guys within 1 hour or 12 hours, you know, settle your digestive in such a short time. It is quite strong.
Sorry, just a question. So how often, so you say it's something you drink every day. Do you
Yeah.
drink it after a meal or you drink it in the morning? Or
Okay, good question. Okay, in general, the best way to take it is when your digestive system is not activated. The reason for that is the best way for you to let the bacteria go further than your stomach. Because when you are digesting, your juices and acidity is there, so it's gonna kill, I don't know, 50, 60, 70% of the bacteria that you have swallowed. You see? So the trick is drink it when you are not eating. So digestive system is sleeping and it goes directly. You want to have these guys all the way in your digestive system, not only in the stomach. So that is what I think. And the other one, so the only exception is when the person is having a problem with the stomach. The stomach ulcer, maybe H. pylori for those who know about it, some bad bacteria, whatever going on in the stomach. Then, hello. Then, okay.
They just brought the laughing bacteria inside. Talking about bacteria.
I have some cake waiting if you want some.
Coming.
Sure. So then if you want to recover your stomach, so you want to bath into the bacteria as long as you can. Then the trick is you eat and you drink kefir or kombucha during the meal. So for 2-3 hours while you're digesting, the bad guys have to deal with the new bacteria. You see?
So otherwise at night, you reckon, before you go to bed?
Otherwise, yeah, is anytime.
When your
But
stomach is empty?
1 hour before meals or in between meals,
And once a day?
in the morning, in the evening,
Instead
whenever you
of
like.
me.
As often as you want.
Okay, for
After the
kefir,
cake.
and any the kefir with ginger, pomegranate, all of that, you can finish 1 bottle in a day. You can go for 2 bottles. Kombucha it's a mix. So a kombucha that you get is 20% kombucha, 80% kefir. But the 20% is strong enough. So you don't drink more than half a bottle a day of kombucha to begin with. You can finish the bottle. You try first. Kombucha, yeah? Only kombucha. Kefir, no problem. You can drink as much.
What was about a liter, right?
750 ml.
Hello.
Okay. Some more? Okay, no more. Yeah. The kombucha that you get from me is not a pure kombucha. Usually I don't sell pure kombucha unless somebody asks me, Yuri, I want a bottle of pure kombucha. And if you get a bottle, it's for a month. It's for a month. You drink, you put, okay, if you have pure kombucha, you have stomach problem, 1 tablespoon for 1 glass of water is enough. Is enough. Don't waste kombucha. One tablespoon, done. So the kombucha mixed bottles is only 20% of kombucha. The rest is kefir, and it's strong. Strong. Any more question you want to know?
Yeah, how about antibiotics?
So you was asking what is it good or for as well, you know? So
After, because when we take antibiotics, then it's
It kills
basically-
everything.
Yeah, it kills everything.
same goes with Coca-Cola. Same, no McDonald's bosses here.
No, only KFC.
I had McDonald's yesterday, so I'm not a saint there, but I try to keep it under 1 time per month and not more than that. Okay, but if you eat for things that contain preservatives, so it's preservatives in French means condom, by the way. So the one experiment that I have done for myself, I bought orange juice, the good one from the shop. So I was saying, oh, let's make orange juice kefir. So I took my kefir, poured the orange juice inside. 5 hours later, is no more sparkling. All the bacteria died. Is gone. So I can imagine what's happening when I drink this kind of orange juice going inside my stomach. It's gonna do the same thing, right? If it's going in the glass, it's gonna do the same thing to me. So we can't eliminate it fully. I think all these antibiotics. Sometimes maybe somebody went to, I don't know, something went wrong, so no solution. Okay, antibiotics. No. Then go for kefir, go for fermented foods, blue cheese. All of that is good for you. Kefir is so people go for yogurt. But for example, milk kefir or the water kefir is more than 10 times more powerful than yogurt because you have 40 bacteria. Yogurt we have 2 or 3. So if you went for antibiotics course or McDonald's course or KFC course, or you know that you have been eating junk food and stuff, you go for that.
How do you know the bacteria was gone?
It's very easy because the bacteria, when it's alive, it produces gas. It produces gas. So when bacteria dies, there is no gas. They are dead. They are farting as they are living. So if they are not farting, I suppose they are not alive.
You mean the human, the more weight, the healthier you are? Or not?
No, just
With the farts? Or for the farts? I don't know. I think 10 farts a day is okay. Or more. But when you go on kefir, you know, kefir or kombucha for the first time, some guys will flush. Especially if you had some drinks. If you drink some alcohol and you have some kefir, you might flush. But you will not, flush like diarrhea, maybe gas, but it doesn't last more than 24 hours. I mean, it's a good thing for you. If you are flushing, means you have to. But they will flush. But it's 1 person out of 20 flushing with kefir or kombucha.
So if you buy kefir today, drink it at home first. We have only 2 toilets.
Don't worry, it's not immediate. It takes a bit of time. It can come back home.
Anyone from you who had good experience with kefir, maybe?
Well, I drink it now for about 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay.
Laude Maria, because they might not hear it.
Okay, I had it for now, well, probably 3 weeks. Morning about this, afternoon about this.
Yeah.
So you told me before food or whatever.
Yeah. So how you feel? Is it okay?
I feel good, but I never really had digestive problems.
Ah, so good.
But what was interesting, but it was only now 2 weeks when I did my blood test.
Okay.
I have high cholesterol,
Okay.
sort of, well, 6.4 or something, the combination. But my good cholesterol,
It's
the
high.
doctor said, I've never seen anybody with that high good cholesterol. And I said, yeah, I'm
So
dead.
you're fine.
Yeah, but what about my combined cholesterol?
But I think 6.
There is the
limit
LDL and there's
no,
the
you know the
HDL.
limit of cholesterol. They have been changing. I don't know the numbers exactly, but if I'm not mistaken, 6.5 is the
That
limit.
was the limit. Now the Americans want to sell more
5.5.
statins, so now they put it down to 5.7.
Okay, so they can
So
sell
now
more,
mine is,
more,
you have to
more
take
medication.
statins.
No?
So I said, no, I'll go home and take it. No, but
So,
I
so
mean,
you didn't have time to counter check again, but I
no,
mean,
not
for-
yet, because I just did it. So I will continue now. I've ordered kombucha and kefir combination
Okay.
and see what happens in about a month or 2 months' time. And not sure if that has anything to do with that, but I lost also weight. And I didn't change anything. I didn't eat
Yeah.
And
less.
you didn't find it back?
My weight.
Yeah?
Where did you lose it?
Probably in the toilet.
I'm asking if you didn't
So
find
I
it
didn't
back.
search it then.
Oh, okay, that's good. Anyone else who'd like to share? I think yes. No, you?
had better results.
No, but you were very, when you came, you were like, wow, one day kefir and
Okay, yes. Hi!
thank you.
On Maria's recommendation and Monica, so I
M&M's.
was very ill for about 2 weeks, about very bad flu and viral flu. So I was on a lot of antihistamines and flu medication, which I developed an allergy towards it because it was just an overload on the sensory system. And I did not want to take anything anymore. and I decided to get a 10-day course on this Kefir. And after, with Maria telling me, what time to drink and how much to drink, after one day, I felt much better in energy levels, in my skin, and I didn't feel so tired because I was a bit taxed from all the antihistamines, and I felt great. And all the bloatingness and everything else, just the energy levels went up because I was quite weak after 2 weeks.
It
Just
gives
after
energy,
one
yeah?
day.
It gives a lot of energy.
Yes, so today I'm on my 3rd bottle, and it's just only the 6th day because I just finished the 1st bottle.
How
and I
does
was
it
good.
taste? Because many people say, oh, this must taste horrible.
Wonderful. It's like if you have drunk toddy.
What? What's that? What's toddy?
It is a deadly alcohol if you don't
Indian alcohol.
Oh, okay.
I will try.
If not, it's like a fizzy apple cider.
Yeah, fizzy
Yeah,
bubble.
it's like a fizzy
Coconut, coconut, no.
Yeah, coconut.
It's something like
What, this is kefir.
This is kefir.
It's a special kefir for lucky draw. With passion fruit and pomegranate.
Passion fruit with aloe vera.
With aloe vera.
From I grow aloe vera.
Yummy.
My aloe vera.
My son even likes it very much.
Yeah, it gives energy as well. You can notice it.
After
So
one
I have this
bottle.
woman is telling Yuri, I'm single, I'm phony now. What do I do? True story. Okay, but I'm not advertising phoniness with the kefir, yeah? It was one woman, but it gives energy. I believe because I think digestive is going on lighter, more efficient, so
Your second
So-
brain is getting revved up.
so you have more for the rest of the body, I believe. Yeah.
Any questions? So, if you are interested to try, of course we give you to try after a while, after our first lucky draw. Yes, there's a
I
question.
just want to say something. I'm sharing this with you, just with my own understanding about kombucha and about fermented products. And I'm sorry if I'm repeating anything because I came late. But what happens with your body is that your body, whenever you eat cooked foods, did you talk about this already?
About which food?
Cooked.
Cooked foods.
Did you already say something about that?
No,
Okay.
not in
So
particular.
whenever you eat cooked foods, then all of the enzymes are dead. So your body actually has to create its own enzymes in order to digest that food. So every time that you have to digest food, your body ages. So you might get tired, or that's why people get sluggish. Also, is when your body has to produce all these enzymes to break down the proteins in your food. When you eat fermented products along with, or drink fermented drinks along with eating cooked foods, then it helps in the digestive process and it actually keeps you younger longer. So, for example, kimchi, sauerkraut, kombucha, kefir drinks, yogurt. You have the chutneys. You know the chutneys, mustard, soy sauce. You have all of these miso paste. So you have all of these fermented, traditional, historical foods that societies have incorporated into their cooked foods for the simple aid of digestion and to keep you well. So these kind of things that you incorporate into your diet actually will keep you well and younger, longer. When you eat and drink them along with your food, not after, but during the process of eating. It's just cultural wisdom, actually. Every single culture has its own fermented products. Like, you know, in Malaysia you have the tapai, you have the tempoyak, you have, you know, all these fermented foods. You have the chutneys, things like that. So, and even in Ireland they have beer. Beer is a fermented product. So, even though you shouldn't be doing things that are high alcohol, but if it's I'm Muslim, so especially I wouldn't be advocating alcohol, but beer itself, if you retain the whole ingredients,
I think I like her.
it's actually but it's okay, and if you're not trying to get it to be super high alcoholic, it's because it's a fermentation process of family. It's the same as kombucha or tapai. You know, even though it's a fermented rice, there's alcohol there, but it's healthy for you because of the enzymes that digest your food. It's the same with vinegar. Vinegar is an enzyme. Kombucha actually turns to vinegar the longer that it sits there. So it's, you know, that's why there's benefits to apple cider vinegar. But you have to incorporate, these aren't things that you should just be drinking once a day. These are things that you need to be eating with every single meal, unless it's raw food. Raw food has its own enzymes to digest itself. So you don't need to incorporate these things if you're only eating raw. So that's why people who eat raw diets actually look really, really young, because they have all of the enzymes incorporating into food in order to digest themselves. So your body doesn't need to use any of its own enzymes. You just stay young.
Let me stop you there. That's why I will. Can I? Otherwise, I will forget.
I'm done.
That's why. Really.
I'm done.
Oh, no, now you make me feel guilty. No, my wife called me Doris, so if I don't tell now, I'll forget. So, no, you see, that's why I was saying that these guys are already supposed to be inside with all the enzyme, amino acids, whatever produced and working with the. If we probably take a guy from the jungle and go and inspect his stomach, what's going on inside, he will probably get all of these things already inside. But we who eat all the food that is not that is cooked, overcooked, and killed, and the good bacteria is no more there, and then so we are not having it basically. But I understood the healthy stomach is having 400 bacteria. Okay, I don't understand something else. Is that the guys are saying that most of our DNA is foreign. Is not from our human DNA. So we actually live in symbiosis with this kind of guys. So for me, it's not something external that you are buying for yourself. Is like, okay, I didn't get it, now I want it back in my stomach. Something like that, you know. It's supposed to be there. So if your digestive system is okay, and you eat raw food and all of that, and if you like the taste of kefir, you go for it, okay? A little bit of boost, etc. But if you don't, and then you try kefir and you see the change, then my advice is remember how you feel at that moment. How is it to have good digestive system, digest fast, feeling good, and then never forget. So like this, when you get out of that balance, you don't forget. No. I'm supposed to digest fast. So you can be careful like that. You see what I mean? But yeah, for me, it's supposed to be in the stomach already. It's supposed to be there, but it's not. Because sometimes we can get sick just eating at some restaurant, and you will have another person in front of you who has the same meal, no problem, and then you have a flu going in a community. Why one guy flew for 1 week and same flu, same virus, everything, and the other guy, oh, I felt it for 1 day. What's the difference? You see what I mean? So how to be like this and not like that?
And if I may add something, what you are saying, it helps really to digest the food, right? Because of the enzymes. And this is when we take it with the food. And then when we had antibiotics for a little while, it's good to take it on an empty stomach so that it doesn't go and stay in the stomach, but it actually goes to our intestines where all the funny bacteria are. So that's why it's really good to drink it with food and also without. And great for autistic children, isn't it? To build up the gut flora for children who were born through a cesarean, yeah. Any other question?
Why cesarean?
Because when you actually have a C-side birth, you don't go to the vagina canal. The baby picks up a lot of bacteria, good bacteria to populate the gut through the mother's vagina. And basically it comes out with a weaker digestive system, which, you know, and if on top of that you don't really breastfeed as well, then that's even less. So you find that babies might have colic, might have a weaker lung system, everything, there's a reason why it's built that way to, you know, to shortcut it.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sansan. This is one of body talk practitioners, so she can explain it quicker and faster than I can. Exactly. But that's the reason, yeah? And many children, actually, they are really more sick than the children who went through a normal birth. And, okay, I'm not going to vaccines now. Good. Any questions about Kefir Kombucha?
Just say no, because then we can go ahead with
No, we are not going through testing. This is something you can win in our lucky draw. But any questions about kombucha and kefir? So Yuri makes them all himself,
I
right?
make it for you, so if
Yes,
you want.
always
you know.
fresh. And we have full fridge, even though the fridge is small. Good, big enough, big enough. I have to be very careful what I'm saying, because if I drop like, oh, something is too small, too big, then he goes and buys something better.
That's my job.
So anyway, so we have some for sale today if you want to, and of course you can order. Yeah? All right. Any other questions? Or can we do the first lucky draw? Yes. Yes. Yes to what? To questions or lucky?